So in this tutorial, I'm going to cover the benefits of the Pro account. So once you upgrade your account to the Pro account, you will see a new tab at the top of your page. That is the Licensing Lounge. That is your new Pro account tab. So this is where you will access the new reports you'll receive. So the first page it opens up is the Licensing Lounge, and in this page you're going to see what's going on. You just saw the page change there. This is updated on like a minute or seconds time, and it updates, you know, with the current recent listens, so you can see what's going on. You can see who's leading genres. You can launch and listen to their music, or look at their song details and see how they list stuff, and see if there's something that maybe you know, maybe some tips that you could get from their stuff that maybe you have forgot to do or something like that. And also just to see what's currently trending in our site. This is all of our users around the world. We're going to turn this into a sort of a community type interface here before long, and you'll be able to communicate back and forth and collaborate and that kind of thing. So you can still see the leading artist on the right, and then at the bottom it shows you the new songs being uploaded into the system. Down below is the Twitter feed. So that's for, and then at the top, of course, the big numbers make sense. They're self-explanatory. Listens this year, under considerations, projects, that is, licenses this year. So that's your Licensing Lounge tab, and that's where it opens to. The second report is the Licensing Overview. And the Licensing Overview, we're going to give you a breakdown of searches by genre and what those percentages are, and then licenses by genre. What you can do is you can utilize this if you're a composer, especially to you know, maybe compose in a more pointed genre that's being licensed. So, you know, your rock is obviously a high licensed genre, dance, electronica 10%, and then score and effects, sound effects too, 91. So, you know, your typical cue score type stuff too, orchestral sounding stuff. So down below you can see the projects by type, by licensing type, and then our projects by month and how that's changed. So you can get the statistics and watch what's going on there. You can also see our daily activity and how that trends throughout the month. The next report is your licensing activity. Now this is for your account specifically. Now, for instance, with this account, there are, you know, multiple artists here, and what's really great about this, and from a manager's perspective, this adds a value-added bonus, and for anybody really, even down to the artist level, to the composers, everybody, because this is going to show you your most active artists, your most active songs for the last 30 days with respect to film and TV licensing. So you can see that, you know, these artists are the most active and these songs are the most active. Down below you can see the activity and the activities by project type, and then you can see here that you know, where your listens are actually happening, and for what type of project, if it's specified the type of project, what kind it is, and if not, you can just still see, you know, where stuff's being listened to, and you know, what kind of projects, to find out what's going on with it. So you get more insight into that. On top of that, you also get the retail overview, which is something we just started last year. We did a beta test, and the numbers, we're still working on the numbers, but basically the program is to be played in the overhead speaker systems of retail establishments globally. And we're already in 827 locations globally, and we're growing very fast. So we get a lot of information back, and we're in the process of, because every aggregator that we work with reports to us in a different manner, we have to kind of make those all sync and then, you know, get the numbers in and get everything right. So actually our plays per month are 400,000, and we've already had 18 million spins for half of this year. So you know, this program is a program that's, you know, very aggressively growing. So these charts are a little skewed right now. They're not point on. But you can see the breakdown. We again break down by types of places where the music's being played, and it plays by genre, you know, what's most popular. Pop. Imagine that. Because it is a more radio-friendly song in the retail environment. Locations by month, you know, that's going to remain steady. It's increasing, actually, and the report skewed again. And this, too, here, the report should be up in the 400,000 spin range. So we're working to getting those little things fixed in the reports. And then specifically to your retail activity. So again, you know, from an account holder, if you have multiple artists, or if you're just your own artist, you can really see what's doing well in retail versus film and TV licensing. And you can see it's a different array of characters here, artists and different range of songs that are being played. The great thing about this is you know, this is the total revenue for the year. About the idea is to have this around this much a month for artists, or a week even would be great, and this would be the sustainable income. And then, you know, the licensing in film and TV, when those come, that's like your commission, your bonus, you know, like that's a cherry on top. So you can really start to create, you know, some sustainable income, and that's the goal. And so these plays have kind of gone up too, and these charts are a little skewed, but you can see the impact basically with the few artists that I represent. We had 233,000 spins last year. Now, you can't do that at radio, let alone getting paid a royalty, and it tells you per plays, the revenue of spins, and we pay those directly, the revenue on the spins, which is hard. If you know anything about your PROs, it's really hard to get paid from ASCAP and BMI, especially in this market, in the overhead market. You know, it's hard to get paid sometimes in film and TV stuff too, your back end. So, you know, this market it's like amazing. You're getting all these plays, plus you're getting paid, so that's a good thing. And what's cool too is it shows you where you're being played, and you can see that, like I said, we're global. We have some stuff in Sweden, in Italy, in Canada, in the States, and you know, I have 290 pages of reports where we can see exactly, okay, this was played in a furniture store, Level Guide the Way, 8 times, and it made this much money. And you know, basically all this adds up to the total of revenue that was made for this retail activity. All those things are what you get with the Pro Report now. On top of that, you get priority song approval. This doesn't mean that if you don't get the account, your songs aren't going to get approved. All it means is that our Pro members have priority. So when we're approving songs, we have a person actually approve each song, and those songs will be checked first and approved first before the other songs. If you're, just to give you kind of a timeline idea, you know, it depends on our log, but the priority song approvals are usually done within a few days, if not a day, or a week at the most, and everybody else's songs are usually a week, 2 weeks, sometimes 3, depending on the backlog. And so those are the benefits now. Also, if you visit our homepage, musicsupervisor.com, you can see that the Pro members now get a spot on the front page too, where they can be seen. So, you know, there's benefits, and we're trying to come up with other ideas, and we always take user feedback to implement new things. And for this Pro account, we really want to offer a lot on education and helping, because there are so many diverse ways to come into the industry these days. It's hard to guide that, so that's why we're here, is to help. And with the Pro account, we hope to do that. That's why we focused on giving you information and knowledge and reports and stuff that you can analyze and say, hey, okay, whoa, here's what's going on, this is going on. Anyways, with all that in a bag, that is what you get with the new Pro account, and you have much more to come, and we're glad to have you aboard. Thank you, and have a good day.